spinny thing.
Spinny thing.
We're live, Dr. Artie. Hey, look, we're the only ones here.
Yeah. Wow.
Well,
Well,
we have
8,
2 likes already.
2 likes. 8,
Oh my God.
8 people.
Well, that would be careful.
Wait. No. Remember, let's start today
Oh,
right.
that's right. All chat,
Yeah,
live chat,
live
chat. But there's still nobody showing up.
Maybe they're people with no fingers. 7 people
Possibly.
with no fingers. There's people like that out there. Just with,
They might have been deported as we were.
they're on
That
that,
happens
they're on
too.
that C-17 headed to Venezuela. Yeah.
That guy means business. You know? Oh wait, Frank Emro is here. What's happening, Frank? Frank the cat. We got a two
Franks.
Josh H. What's happening? Paul Pereira. Yes. Nathan McCree. What's happening, man?
What's happening?
Okay, what's that?
Okay.
Carbide Jones, the best name
Yeah.
on the internet, I believe.
You got enough for today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Dash Riprock.
Oh.
Oh, he's in competition with
Yeah,
Carbide Jones.
yeah, he is. Buddy Carpino, Bobby's 1964 Lego Master. We got great,
some good names
tonight. Yeah.
Frank the Cat wants to know, will I go on record and admit, or will we go on record and admit the Toyota Camry is the best car ever made?
It's pretty damn close.
I'm going to say the 1990 Nissan Sentra. Like, if you're going to go along those lines,
Oh, well,
those things were bulletproof. They were easy
just
to
a
work on.
little-
They lasted
yeah.
forever. They were cheap. They were simple.
yeah. Now,
But-
Camrys after 2008, they really fell off. But before that, just a 4-cylinder regular Camry, little, just plain bound car. Yeah.
They remind me of those cars. I mean, maybe I'm off, but they reminded me of like downsized Ford Tauruses.
Yeah.
They had that same kind of like.
If your librarian designed the Ford Taurus, that's what
Yeah.
it looked like.
Yes. Thumper the sweaty fat guy. Yes.
Yeah.
You do have, bro. It's hard to argue with Carbide
Yeah.
Jones. I mean, that's a great fucking
Yeah.
name. Let's see.
Boomer.
What's happening?
Zero.
Zero's in the house. All rise for Zero.
Oh.
Let's see. Flippin' Jamoke. Well, we got some good
We got
ones.
some good ones tonight. Yeah.
Doge.
Doge.
Is the answer.
Yeah, they're just
They're ripping right through it. Oh, it's awesome.
all this
awesome.
your program's full all this US 8 stuff. This
Oh, this is great.
yeah, that's clipping everybody's nuts right off.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Wait till they go into the Federal Reserve. That's gonna be
yeah.
it's gonna be like a disco party. It's gonna be great.
Oh, we're not $23 trillion in debt anymore. Wiped it out in a month.
By the time Elon, he's got Ron Paul. He's got Ron Paul is going to audit the Fed, which is like this is like a libertarian dream come true.
Oh
right?
yeah, you're letting a pit bull loose in a kibble store.
By the time Elon and company are done, there's going to be like 14 people left in the government.
That's all it needs.
And that's really all it really needs.
Yeah, War Department, one guy.
Yeah.
We need to do war today? No.
Right,
Yes.
no war today.
Yeah.
Paul Pereira. Pereira. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Pereira. Paul Pereira.
Yeah.
If you guys could cut government funding, would you end the ATF, EPA, or FDA first?
Yes.
Yes. All of them.
All of
them have to go.
All of them. Every penny you send out to every country to send to forget it.
And Zero just put up the link to Dr. Art's channel,
Which
so you
is
go there
fantastic. A new video just dropped. I mean, moments before I came over here.
Stuff you can't even believe is going on his channel. Fubar the Axe is here. Oh, we're doing great now. And Fubar just put up the link to my merch. So yes, there it is. You can buy this for I think we're at half, but we have these shirts. What shirt am I wearing?
Sketchy by even my standards.
Okay. Yes.
An oldie but a goodie.
Yes. It is a good one, man. We sold thousands of those. Let's see. And thank you, Fubar. Let's see. Rufus T. Firefly, what's your opinion of the 364 weight stroker? The 360 does pretty good on its own, man. The extra bit of stroke, I mean, it's okay. They're okay. I wouldn't invest in a high dollar kit for something like that. But
Lego Master actually is a question.
go ahead, Lego Master. Oh wait, we have
to read it. Yeah.
I'd like to open up with some ballast resistor questions. I have a small block Chevy with one installed. Many people are surprised. Is there something that can be used to eliminate MSD? Okay. So,
Do you want to go or you want me to go?
I can start.
Okay.
And then you jump in wherever you just
All
push
right.
me off the chair.
All right.
Okay. If your car originally had points, okay, it does not take a ballast resistor. There's a wire in the harness that's a ballast wire, and that goes from the key to the positive on the coil. So you don't use a resistor like on a Chrysler. Now, if you use an aftermarket coil, let's say like a super coil, right? Anything like that, they use an external ballast resistor. So you would have the resistor that's in the wire plus the resistor to the right. Now, if your car originally had HEI, there is no resistor wire, and it doesn't take an external resistor. It's just straight whatever the system has goes right to the HEI. Now, there might be a resistor still in your circuit from a previous coil that somebody added, right? But that's what you need to know.
Yeah, Lego. What year is this Chevy you're working on?
Yes. Your mom's house wants to know.
Okay.
Oh, what makes my 440 sound like a rocker is tapping, but you can't adjust it? I mean, I'm assuming the rocker is going up and down, and you didn't wipe out the cam.
Or bent to push rod a little bit, or
Yeah, or bent a push rod, but I mean, a piston noise will sound very, very, very much like a rocker noise. You pick one.
okay. Let's start to rumor that Jerome is okay. Lots of you crazy Mopar types out there doing videos, and you all get a ton of views too.
Well, that's because we're better than the rest of you.
I don't know about a ton of views. My Chrysler stuff is pretty good.
Let's see. The holes. Public service announcement. Viewers would be interested to know on that on YouTube settings, default is 420 pixels, not 1080 HD. I've changed it to HD. Now I can count your nose hairs. Oh my God. I knew I should have cleaned up a little
Got
bit more. Oh, please, yeah.
Kathy hasn't done her
She does.
viewing of you.
I'm having my coffee in the morning. I'm like, I'm going to leave for the shop. And she's like, you're a freaking mess. And she grabs her razor and she starts doing this and that. And your face is so mad. So, but she's, she cares. She cares. I wish I did. But
Hey, if you really want to see us in that kind of HD, you go for it.
yeah.
I don't even want to see me in HD. No.
Let's see.
Lego Master, it's a 1975 4-volt main OSD blaster 2 coil. Ballast resistor feed the Mallory HEI distributor. Oh, yeah.
Okay, you may want to check the instructions for the Mallory distributor specifically, but it shouldn't have one.
If it's Mallory
I don't think it
HEI,
should have
it shouldn't have one.
Started the noise after a race. Okay, that's your mom's house. Started the noise after a race while rockers look to be moving. New cam. Yeah, if all of the rockers seem to be moving right, you don't have any push rods that are bouncing around in there, it's a piston noise. It's a piston noise.
Mm-hmm.
Drive it until it breaks.
Really? You don't think he tweaked the push rod? Because he said he was racing, he might have been revving the snot out of it.
Well, he said that the rockers were all moving, and I would think that if he's got the valve covers off, he would notice if one of the rockers was
a little.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I do with something like that? You're trying to determine a noise, right? So as the engine is running, okay, just
Put your thumb on
put a
it.
thumb on each of the rockers, right? Like, and push it down to the push rod. And if you hear the noise go away, you know that it's something in that, in the loop there. Or change, if you hear the noise change. But a lot of times, like I says, it'll be a piston noise. Right, Sean, can you turn a Magnum into a Hemi? No.
Well, enough money.
Well, I mean, you have to have
Yeah.
heads made
Yeah.
and an intake.
Yeah, you could swap a Hemi into where a Magnum was, but you can't turn a Magnum into a Hemi. No.
Lego Master is saying he misspoke. The
Okay.
ballast resistor is pre-coil, meaning before the coil.
Mm-hmm.
I burned up one resistor, bypassed it to get home, and it burned up the coil. I mean, what would have burned up his original
Ballast
resistor?
I mean,
And how long did you drive it before it burned up the new coil? Bypassed it to get home and burned up the new coil. All right, so if home was like 300 miles away, then yeah, I could see where running without a resistor would do that. But if it's like, a couple of miles, probably not going to hurt the coil. So I'm thinking you may have had a coil on its way out and it manifested itself by burning up the ballast resistor.
yeah, the resistance went high in the coil.
Yeah, I think you just got a bad coil.
Yeah, measure the resistance in the. If you still have the burned up coil, measure the resistance. You can look it up, Google it on how to do that. And if it's way, way off, then you know that was your problem.
Thumper is saying bent valve. As a Pontiac guy would, okay? Well, he's not complaining that it has a misfire. He's not complaining it's got a dead cylinder or anything like that. And he would clearly hear the rocker going tick, 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 as it came in contact with the bent valve. So unless he's leaving information out, but I'm assuming that the engine's running on all 8.
Yeah, see, it makes sense. Or replace a ballast resistor and it would get super hot.
Finger burning
hot. Someone said possibly missing a ground from the engine to the frame.
Well, you should have a ground to the engine, from the engine to the frame, but I mean, you're probably fine.
That's just a wonky coil.
Yeah, I think you had a bad coil. One of us has to hit the blue button.
All right. There you go. Mark Sauvé watched a YouTube video where they physically tied a set of LS heads on a Windsor engine. Damn, it was close. Well, yeah, they're, you have to figure nothing is new. They all copy from each other.
Wait a minute.
The bolt pattern and everything, it's very similar.
No. On a Windsor to an LS?
Yeah.
No. An LS is still 5 bolt per cylinder. And a Windsor is 4 bolt per cylinder. So you're going to have one row. You'll have the bottom row is going to line up, right? So the bore spacing will put the combustion chambers over the cylinders correctly, and on the bottom row of cylinder head bolts, they will line up. But when you go to the top row of cylinder head bolts, you're going to find that they're going to be spaced further apart, because on the LS there's a center high bolt hole.
Mm-hmm.
And on the Windsor, there's nothing.
On the ends.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Seen it on YouTube, it must be true.
He should have watched this live, and I could have explained to him why that's not going to work. Oh, Dead Dog's Garage is here.
Jamie,
what's happening, brother, man?
Yeah, what's going on, bud? He was.
I can't even. I really haven't slept very much. I watched a couple of his videos with that fuel injection thing, and I just keep falling out laughing every time. My dogs think I flip my shit. You know what I mean? It's horrible. It really is. My ribs are killing me. But I have to stop watching Jamie's videos.
But he made up for it with the wheelie van, with the wheelie truck.
I haven't been able to pay attention to anything else he's done because I'm still back there with his.
Well, because he switched the manifold and stuff, and he just, I don't know what what the issue with that is, but he said he had someone that was going to take it off his hands, and hopefully he did that, or just tie a bomb to it and send it back.
He's trying to fix a horrible ignition issue on a 71 383 Roadrunner. What's the ignition issue, man? I'll fix it for you right now.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Jen and Gracia. Hello, Jen. I have a 98 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-wheel drive 5.2 following your Jeep recipe. Hoping for similar results. Please keep Jeep stuff coming. Yes, I will. As soon as I haven't touched it. It's sitting home in my driveway right now because we did the throttle body and then the track closed. So, but yeah, it's ready to go. March 22nd, we'll be out there with the March 22nd. I'm hoping to take 2 cars to the track. You want to go to the track? March 22nd.
Mark, okay, sure.
All right. As long as I want to take the Belvedere and I want to take Mission Improbable.
Oh, you can take 2?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you can run the Belvedere and I'll run Mission Improbable.
Okay.
Okay. Petronics. Why don't you put that in the same box with the fuel injection stuff, man? Saying, Art, did you know there is no way to tell the kill shot is on a 6-cylinder? What do you think that does to the RPM signal?
Oh, it jacks it.
Yeah. You would think you're at
at 6/8 of your RPM.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have to set your idle speed instead of 750. You'd have to set your idle speed to request a 1200 to make it.
Well, now that could be why he's having all the problems there.
Yes.
Oh, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's. Yeah.
But that's some good detective work, Jamie.
Yeah.
Actually, what you should do is you should contact them over there at whatever company, the Aces.
Yeah.
You should contact them and let them know just in case they've overlooked that fact.
Which is possible.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
Fixing on a garage. Tony, somehow the gods smiled at me and I got to drive a real Boss 439 across town today. Very nice. It was an experience I'll not soon forget. Yeah. You're an elite, man. You're an elite club.
I haven't even done that. I've driven all kinds of Shelbys and everything else, but never a Boss 420.
I never got on one. I did motor one around Pierogi Motors, but just around the parking lot.
The parking lot, just a bit.
Yeah, and what was interesting was the reason I went there was back when I was doing we did a magazine called Mustang something or other, Mustang Action. It was right after I left Cars Illustrated, and we went to the Pierogi Brothers place because they had a scrap pile in the back, and one of the cars on the scrap pile was a Boss 429.
Shut up.
Yeah, this was in 1988 or 1989.
Oh, and it was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, old rusty Mustang. Throw it back there. Yeah. Well, Jamie says partly they think he's too stupid to know what the 6-cylinder is. They're aware of this issue now. Oh, Jamie did advise them on their evil ways.
There you go. They owe you, bro.
Yeah, big time. They owe him mostly. They owe me an apology for putting Jamie through this.
Fixing on a garage. I got hired by a guy to take care of his personal collection. I'm usually posting, Jason Fitch. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's cool. It's definitely a very cool thing.
Jason, where is that guy? Is he in? Jason's in Wisconsin.
I don't know. He's someplace.
Yeah, no, I know where he is. What part of the state's this guy with this Mustang stuff? Because I still know people up there here and there.
Mexican Spectre. I didn't know.
Okay.
Has he been here?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's see. Lego Master. So you're saying I should be able to go directly from the battery to the coil, then to the distributor? In theory, yes. Yeah. No, wait a minute. HEI with an external coil. Yeah. You would go straight for. Look up the wiring schematic for any GM car that had an HEI system and an external coil. There were tons and tons of them. and just follow that schematic. Because I mean, regardless of which make it is, if it's an HEI, it's going to follow that same basic wiring.
Yeah, because to beat an HEI, it's Hall effect. You think you would need 12 volts, right?
Well, it's 12 volts to the coil.
Yeah.
It wouldn't need HEI to the Hall's. No, it's not Hall's effect because it's not breaking a light beam.
Yeah, it's a
magnetic pulse.
Yeah.
No, I'd say it's only going to need like
Yeah.
six volts or so, which is what it's getting through the module.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Stephen S. Paul, driving a Boss 429 is all right. Owning one, now that's good, awful. Bought my Raven Black 429 4-speed March of 1990 for $6,500. Won't sell it. I hate it too much. It's terrible. You're just breaking a lot of hearts out there now because that's so many people's dream car.
Well, in 1990, $6,500 was all the money for them.
Yeah.
You know, now it's add a zero to it, maybe 2.
Fixing it, Art, you get a kick out of the 69 Vet with the LS7 and the individual carbon fiber runners. It's a beast.
Nice.
Barrow's Garage says it's -4 degrees. Oh, God. Why do you live where it's -4 degrees?
He likes to live up there where nobody fucking leaves him alone.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Everywhere up there is just ridiculous.
It's like 40 degrees here today, and I'm miserable.
I'm ready to, Harry Carey at 40.
Barrow's Garage is living the dream.
Riddlin 517. A little rant about Chinese, a little bit about Chinese parts. You guys should observe at your local parts store sales. Most of the parts are from China and assembled or packaged in the USA.
Yeah, we're mostly aware of that.
Yeah, everything in a white box is from China.
That flow's going to get cut off soon. It's nothing to do with tariffs.
Yeah.
Things are coming, guys.
Yeah.
Real soon.
Giddy up.
Yeah, start stocking up. You need it. If you need it, stock up on it.
Mm-hmm. It needs to be tuned there. We came from New York, and it's desert now. The world is. It smokes like a diesel at speed.
-30 last night in northern Minnesota from Harley Hawk. Oh, geez. Bob's Chop Shop. It's -30 here. You guys are just insane. Okay, you're dangerous. Mark's amazing. It was -26 this morning.
Joe K, what do you guys think of wire tucks or hidden wiring from the engine bay, especially in fuel injected? How the hell are you supposed to service these cars?
I
to
agree.
get them to the show.
I agree. But then again, show cars aren't really designed to be serviced or
run.
Or run. They're just designed to be
looked at.
So who cares how serviceable?
Yeah, that's why your engine bay is so clean on all these Riddler cars and stuff like
Right.
that. They don't need wiring because they don't run. They don't need oil, so they don't leak. There's no coolant in them. They're not leaking any. That's why everything's nice and tidy and the paint looks good on the motor forever. Yeah, they push. Or they got a little electric motor on the rear diff.
I've seen them at the Mopar shows, and they push them out of the trailer and they lay down like mats so that the tires don't touch the grass. And it's just crazy.
Yeah, forget it.
Sierra Daylight, I'm in Modesto, California, have beautiful weather, and all I want to do is leave.
Well, it's Modesto, yeah. Bob's Chop Shop. No, it's car building weather. You just lock yourself in your shop. But yeah, after you get the heat on for 3.5 hours.
Corey Melvin is dealing with -18 in South. You guys are nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I lived in New York. I remember what those freaking winters are like. No.
Mm-hmm.
We get We had a cold snap here. It was in the single digits for a few days.
Yeah.
Right?
Next week's going to be like snow and shit again. It's like
Is
second
it?
winter next week. Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it. I'm depressed. I'm
Yeah.
depressed.
I know. But 3 days after second winter, it's 80.
Yes, well, that's the thing. It'll be 80 degrees in March, so it's like we're just a couple of weeks away. We just got to get through this next couple of weeks.
And then bam. Yeah.
Then it's Tennessee.
80 Cobra guy. Never thought of that. I'm going to check oil on some show cars next time at Autorama.
Half-inch of freezing rain for saving Chevys. All right, you guys, they're all talking about cold weather.
Yeah.
I need something to freaking drink. You would think I would have.
Well, how many times have I told you to put a damn fridge in there?
You keep telling me that, and then you leave and I forget that you said that.
Well,
hang on, I just got to just slurp some water in my face.
All right.
Talk my fucking.
Go.
The antifreeze container I can use.
Yeah, there you go. Drink some antifreeze. It's nice and sugary. Jeff Hutchins, Tony ordered one of those $10 kickdowns before the tariffs kick in. Yep. Art Morales.
I literally slurp water from my hand.
Well, at least your hand's clean, semi. Art Morales, what would be the ideal shop size for home use?
I think what I have here would be like ideal. You got a great setup.
Yeah, I got more
More what?
More space
Than this.
Well, this is perfect.
You have more space than this.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the garage in the house also.
Yeah. Well, yours is. Oh, yeah. You have a great setup. I got my garage at the house too.
Yeah.
So it's like we control the same amount of square space.
But you have excess parking, which I don't have.
So my shop here, the work area is 22 by 40. And then I have this area back here. And I think that's the perfect space. More than that, and you just start to fill it with clutter.
Yeah, like mine.
Yeah.
Filled with just endless.
I can get 4 cars in there and be able to work around them. I don't because I have to keep everything up to the side so I can film. So I'm not tripping over things. But about that size, 22 by 40 is like, works for me.
I had 6 in the shop, in the back shop. I had 2 in the back shop. I had hoist, under hoist, next to hoist.
Oh yeah. He's got a lift in his place.
So it's 3 wide at the bottom, 1 on top, and 2 in the back.
Corey Melvin, I really hope the tariffs actually accomplish something in the long run. You won't worry about the tariffs in the long run because when the income tax goes away, it won't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen S. Paul, I hate clutter. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and and the colder it is out, the less time I want to spend in the garage. I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. Boom, shut lights off and go in the house.
You know, the funny thing is, I have a storage unit that I deliberately got so that I would have no clutter. Like things get piled up. It's fine. I'll just pile it all up in the storage unit, right? But now I've gotten like 8 over 10 to about that place too. So everything's neat on the shelves, and I'm trying to keep the floor space open. I don't know. I've become a neat, not a neat freak, but I'm paranoid of clutter anymore in my old age. I think eyesight has a lot to do with that too. The older you get, the harder it is to like spot little details quickly.
Yeah.
So when you know what I mean?
If you don't put your shit away, you never find it.
Yeah.
And that's what mine is bad now. Bad.
Automotive Adventures with Austin. How are you doing, man? Have you ever seen his channel?
Possibly.
He's with Lucor Automotive.
Oh yeah,
Ohio.
Yeah.
And he's been doing a channel, and we corresponded real quick on his. Austin, did you send your contact info to Kathy at Uncle Tony's Garage at gmail.com? Oh, okay. He's doing a 455 Olds build.
Oh, okay, nice.
On the dyno, 455 Olds on a dyno. Very nice. You did not, but you certainly can do it. Uncle Tony's Garage at gmail.com. Just, yeah, send Kathy Bananas an email with your contact info, whatever. I'll throw you a text. Oh, here we go back to the politics. Oh,
No. She's in the doghouse for the last couple of weeks.
Sorry, Olive. I can't respond to you.
Sorry, you're in temporary timeout there, dear. We got to park her for a week or two.
Yeah, Olive. Sorry. Okay. Mexican Inspector, I know if I got an email from TK. I do not, but I will check with Kathy Bananas as soon as they get home. Although she should be listening. Kathy, are you watching this right now? Edie Cobra Guy wants to know if either of us know anything about the 351 tunnel port made in the mid-90s. The tunnel port wasn't from the 90s. The tunnel port was from 1970. The tunnel port, 1973?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Might have been earlier than that. Be more specific. And if anybody knows the specifics on the tunnel port motor that I'm talking about,
Fix a Garage. Tony, another cool purchase was a Ford C700. Was the Fred Lorenz number 28 race car hauler.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was able to back to the track and the guy who bought it from Holland and Moody.
Okay, over 80 Cobra Guy saying there's a 351 tunnel port in the 95 Motorsports catalog. Okay, well, the original tunnel port was a Ford. It was a NASCAR deal. It was based on the 351, and I think it was probably from around 1971, 72, 73, someplace in that era. At the time that they were transitioning from the big blocks to the small blocks.
It was like a little brother of the 427 tunnel port.
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, you would think it was Cleveland based, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Based on the size of the heads and stuff like that, yeah.
Scott Olford, the ill-fitted tunnel port 302 in 1868. I also was talking about that 455 Olds, an 87 octane aluminum headed build. Okay. Just something to melt tires and run on any kind of dyno piss for a drag and drive power torque car. What did it make? Don't keep us in suspense.
Right. I mean, and that's perfect for a cruiser because all the torque in the world.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen that channel, Automotive Adventures with Austin, you watch his channel and like literally it's just like hanging out with somebody and just he's got like the gift of gab. He's really good at what he does. Piles of torque, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sierra Daylight, for a tow pig, what would you pick? A 454 Chevy, 455 Buick, the Pontiac, the Oldsmobile, or the Caddy 500? I would just go with the big block Chevy just for simplicity's sake.
Simplicity in parts and availability.
Yeah.
And cheaper to build.
Yeah. You're not trying to like it's tow vehicle, right? So you're not trying to rotate the earth. You just need something that's going to get it down the road and be reliable. And part of reliable is being able to get parts when you need them, right then and there. When you start mixing and matching and cobbling things together, a 45 or like a 500-inch caddy, it's just, that's like, when I look at stuff like that, right, I say these people, whoever did this has way too many fingers on their hands. They don't know what to do with all of the fingers. So they just mix and match for no real good reason. If it's a tow rig, then yeah, go with the simple, tried and true.
Big block Chevy.
Big block Chevy.
Now, if he's building like a caddy, something smooth and cruiser, that'd be different.
That's different.
Yeah.
Duran Soilucan. I have 74 Pontiac Granville, big car. I want to change the fuel system of my car to propane and gasoline. What's the best dual fuel system that I can choose in the market? Thank you very much. I do not know, but I'm working on that propane Belvedere. I'm actually going to do an update on it tomorrow. And I'll have it running as soon as I find a drive shaft for it, or I have a drive shaft made for it. So that's where I'm at with that. I thought I had a drive shaft. It's gone. I don't know what happened to it. So, but I don't know. That's like I'm learning about the propane. That's why I'm doing this project. But I know IMCO is like the go-to. IMPCO is like the go-to for pretty much everything having to do with propane-powered engines. So I would say check there. Eliza is mommy. Okay. I thought we had mods for that.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? There you go.
Thank you for. Let's see. Sergeant Mustang, hey Tony, on your barn find video, you mentioned cams may have surface corrosion due to lacking in oil film. Yes. Does this mean a barn find should have its cams removed and polished? No. How would you answer?
Well, asterisk. I mean,
you don't want to have to pull the cam out and do all of that. What you want to do is you want to make sure it's got some oil on it before you actually set the thing into motion and have it all running.
Yeah, a sealed up motor, just, fresh oil it and let it rip. If its motor's open, forget it.
Yeah, it's just something to keep in mind, right? Because an engine sits for decades, especially with valve covers off. That's the big thing when you set the valve covers off. That's when all of that internal rust happens. So if that's the case, do whatever you can. Like for instance, on most common engines, like Chevy motors, right? You can take the valve covers off. You can get in there with a squirt can, and you can like lube up the top end of the engine by squirting like between like the push rods, or between the intake ports in the head. You can generally find a way to get oil down onto the camshaft, into the lifter valley, and whatever you get into the valley will drain down onto the cam. So at least you're not going crusty metal to crusty metal on the first few revolutions. There'll be some oil there, and then just the engine running will generally clean it out. Yeah. Let's see. Automotive Ventures for us is saying budget drag and drive build. What chassis, what powertrain, and it can't be a small block Chevy. $5,000 budget and all. What do you build? What do I build? What do we build? What chassis, what powertrain, and it can't be a small block Chevy. $5,000 budget all in. Everybody has access to different things.
Yeah, I mean, for $5,000, I'd build a 302 Ranger with air conditioning and drag and drive it, and it's not going to rotate like you said, rotate the earth, but it'll make it to all the stops, and I can race it.
Yeah,
$5,000, no problem.
Yeah, for $5,000, I could put together a big block an early A body. Like I've got the stuff kicking around, and what's it going to run like mid-12s or so, but it would drag and drive.
Yeah, same thing. Find the Fox body, find the
Right.
G body. Yeah.
Everybody has access to different things, so that budget is kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
It would be far cheaper for me to build a 440 Mopar than it would be to build a small block Chevy.
Because you've got everything.
Because I've already got everything.
Yeah.
Saving Chevys is telling Sergeant Mustang if the engine has any signs of being stuck and it's something you care a lot about, I'd recommend popping the intake off and just making sure the lifter is spinning. Yeah, he's got a good point. If you care about it, that's the thing, right? Is this something that you're just trying to get running so you get it home and tear it all apart and redo the whole thing? Or is it something that you want to like get it running and use it? Because it's two different approaches. If it's something you try to preserve, then yeah, it's worth it before you try to start it. Pop the intake manifold off and give everything a look inside.
Hot Rod Cabbie converted my 302 two barrel to an Edelbrock 1406 Wyland intake. Also threw in a set of long tube headers. Anything I should watch for when starting it up, tuning it. If it's ready was a running motor, you just swap in the intake and exhaust. You just hit your timing mark and let it rip. Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't have even had to pull a distributor for that one.
Not on the 302, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fired up.
Yeah, yeah.
Let it rip, man.
Yeah.
Thumper saying vastly cheaper for me to build a Pontiac than a Chevy. Yeah,
for him, yeah.
Yeah, Austin. It just depends on what you surrounded yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
If you're starting from scratch, okay, well maybe so it's a bad question to ask for somebody like us who already have a pile of shit, right?
Right.
$5,000 budget. So Austin, how fast do you want to go for this drag and drive project? This $5,000 budget drag and drive project.
Yeah, is it a cruiser that runs 13s, or is it gnarly drag and drive that you wanted to run 9s, which is you're never going to do for $5,000 to do both?
Dude, I ran 202 in the 8th mile for $5,000.
But this wasn't a drag and drive. It was just a chassis that scrambled their eggs like they're fucking.
That's true. Okay, yeah, he's saying, right, if you start from scratch, not with a pile of I'll need this someday parts.
Mm.
All right, so give us an ET goal. And the drag and drive stuff is all in a quarter mile, right? Because that does make a difference. Okay, classes, let's say 12.0 to 12.5 dial-in. Okay, now we got something to go on.
Yeah.
$5,000 budget, I have nothing. Okay, this is what I would build, right? And here, you already know.
Yeah.
What I would do, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would it be?
Freaking Jeep with an extra kit.
Yep. Yeah, I would do an XJ. I've got a 96 XJ. He's been tuning it, and I've been tweaking it and stuff like that. It's got a completely stock motor, and we've already got it down into like the equivalent of a low 14, like a 1430. Yeah. So we're just knocking on the 13-second door with this thing, and it's a completely dead stock engine. So if I was going to do it with a $5,000 budget, I would get a 2-wheel drive Cherokee XJ, and I'd spray it. And I think I could make it into the 12s for
throw a cam in it and spray it. Yeah.
For cam, I wouldn't even do that.
No.
I would find a 2-wheel drive 4-liter XJ, spray it. My total investment to run down in a 1250, 12.0 range would probably be around $2,500. Yeah. Sound about right? You pick up a Jeep for $1,000, $1,200, and I just get a set of tires.
Yeah.
Don't need really anything else. Just send it.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, what about a 5.2 ZJ? ZJs or Grand Cherokees are too heavy.
Yeah, with nitrous, a 5-liter nitrous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the ZJ is like an extra 1,000 pounds that you send them down the track.
Yeah, you can gut it and drive it, I guess. Let's turn that noise off.
He's an interesting answer. Definitely would not have been on my radar. Austin, go search on my channel for Mission Improbable. All right, so you can get so we've got it's an XJ, right? A 96 XJ, 2-door, 5-speed, 4-liter 5-speed that we picked up back in March.
Yeah, out of a field.
Yeah, we plucked it out of a field, right? Paid $800 for this thing, dragged it home, and then it just started tweaking on it, right? So the goal is to keep it looking and functioning stock. So it's not gutted. There's nothing that you look at it, you wouldn't see anything unusual about the thing at all. And using nothing but the parts that it was born with. Okay. So in other words, like all we can do is just like lighten things, optimize things. We built like a fresh air system using the parts that were already in the car. And we've gone, in the 8th mile, we've gone 932, 932?
Yeah, something like that.
932. And I forget the mile an hour, but it was the mile an hour went with the, so yeah, we're already gone 932, which is like a 1460 or something, 1450, 1430 quarter mile.
Open diff, full interior.
Yeah, open diff, right? Yeah, it's still, this is like an open diff. So yeah, just like a 100 shot on that, and woof.
100 shots and drag radials. And
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're there.
He got a wheelie. I think I'm sure you got a wheelie out of it.
It felt like it. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah. You haven't changed the oil on it.
You know, it still has the original oil in it that
It was
that had been sitting in the field.
for 6 years. Yeah. Dow. 318 from a 1964 worth $400. Brand when removed.
Oh, that'd be a poly head.
Yeah.
Yeah, 318 from 1964 is a poly head. Is it worth $400? For the novelty factor?
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom end of that thing, you got a steel crank that will swap into any of the later, 318s or 340s. You've got floating rods, floating pin rods. They're excellent rods. You could use those in a yeah. If it's in decent condition, I'd get $400 for it.
Yeah, fully dressed carb.
Yep.
All the belts and everything. Yeah.
Okay, he's got Mission Improbable queued up to watch this evening. Yeah, we covered a lot of ground with it. We ran it. We took it up maybe like what, 5 times, 6 times.
Yeah.
And there might be an episode or 2 of that we didn't add to the playlist yet. So just check.
Search for it. Yeah. Fred. Siegfried. Brain dead at 65. 69 darts, straight 6. Do you have to change the K member if installing this small block or big block? Thanks. Old woman yelling at me.
Yep. Yes, you do, Fred Siegfried. Yeah, the 6-cylinder has its own K-frame, and then the V8s have their K-frame. Actually, the big block has a separate K-frame for that, which isn't the same for B-bodies. But that's besides the point. Yeah, so you could buy conversion mounts. You can go to Transdapt. I've used a Transdapt kit a bunch of times. It's cheap. It's like $60, $70, and it gives you the brackets and everything you need to mount a V8 to the Slant 6 K-frame. The main CD, but well, he's got a friggin' complicated name.
Mm-hmm.
Burlock. Buick 455 weighed 475 pounds. I know they're light. You think of Buick, every time you think of Buick, you think big, heavy. Right? No, the blocks are freaking light. They're like they weigh like nothing. They're like it's like moving around like a 302 Ford.
Well, why don't you answer that? M1 grand for the win.
Could you make 500 horsepower normally aspirated with 318? It's done. Yeah, it's been done. I mean, guys they're making like 600 horsepower with those polys. And I can't think of the name of there's a guy who his business is based around polys, and I can't think of the name for it right now. But they're making over 600 horsepower with them. Bob's Chop Shop. It'd be cool to see you build a Poly 318 on your channel. I don't really have anything to put one in, to tell you the truth. Professor Gins is in the house. Early Hemi blocks weigh 201 pounds. 330 with the low deck or the tall deck? I could see a 331, 354 weighing at it. I think the 92 is like 50 or 60 pounds heavier. But I could be wrong, bro. You probably know more about that than I do.
Barefoot Willie.
Barefoot Willie, who makes a good torque converter for the 225/6, 10.5 to 1 compression, 440 lift cam, Volare 4-door, 3,500 pounds. Oof. Don't go nuts with that, man. Don't go nuts with that. It's 2,500 RPM converter. I wouldn't go much further than that. There's so little torque to be had with those motors. They're difficult. It drove me crazy. But I would say, yeah, try to stick around the 2,500 RPM range. Gins is saying they all have the same deck. No, you got the 331 and 354 are low deck, and then the 392 is tall deck. They all use the same intake manifold because they lowered the ports on the 392 heads to match the same relationship as they had on the 331 and 354.
Chevy 67 Chevy Impala 4-door pillarless factory right-hand drive, Australian built. I was told that they were better than US because we had better wool for the wool in the seats.
What was that now? 67 Chevy Impala, 4-door pillarless factory right-hand drive, Australian built. I was told they were better than US because we had better wool. You had wool in the seats. Oh, we had like, what did we have? We had just foam.
Foam
We had
horsehair.
like stuff bag foam. No, not even horsehair. That's cool. You had wool in there. Nice.
Instead of that banting that they put between the springs and the.
Yeah. James is saying when I weighed them, they all weighed the same.
Okay.
You were disproving the difference in A1 blocks. Okay, so you were weighing just 392 blocks. You weren't weighing the earlier 331 and 354s. And the thing with the A1, they for the longest time they talked about nickel content, that the A1 castings have more nickel content, and they don't. They don't. It's just like the X that they put on like the 426 Hemi heads and the blocks and all of that, and that's just showing that it's been factory stress relieved. That's all that is. Fixing on a garage wants to know if they weigh as much as a duck. If you fill the duck with mercury, right? Is that right?
Be a big fucking duck.
Doesn't have to be very big. I'd say like an average sized duck. It's like an average sized duck.
And filled it with mercury.
Filled it with mercury. I mean, like really filled it with mercury. I think it would easily weigh as much as a Hemi block. Because think about a filled duck, okay, with no airspace, and think about a Hemi block and how much airspace is in
Oh,
there.
so like a taxidermy duck, but filled with mercury.
Why doesn't have to be taxidermy?
Well, he's not going to live. You fill him with mercury.
No, you're right. You're probably right about that. Yeah, so you would want a dead duck first. Something was already dead.
A dead duck.
Yes.
Fill a dead duck, stuff it with
fill
mercury,
the duck with mercury.
and weigh him against the Hemi block.
Yeah, and yeah,
To see what weighs more. Okay.
the duck would definitely, I think, be close. Again, is it a thin wall duck? I thought most ducks are thin wall.
Yeah. And waterproof.
I have to go slurp more out of the sink.
You're always usually you'll have a coffee or something, and you're.
Oh, I've been here for a while. Like I already used that up.
There's like little stores on the way here.
I know, but I didn't go to any of them.
You have 700 rolls of Bounty, but not a bottle of water to be had.
Well, I could soak the Bounty in water and then
just suck on the top.
yeah, just suck on the.
There you go.
No ducks were harmed in the. No, we would never hurt a duck just to
No.
fill it with mercury. Yeah, Howard gave me time for the hamster water canister on the wall. What a brilliant idea! I like that. I actually really like that.
Mm.
Where were we?
Try this one. KG Kylie Tony, have you seen the dimpled carb spacers that they're selling now? Gimmick? Question mark. It's all gimmicks.
I haven't. Where are the dimples?
Like in the spacer on the inside?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't seen.
No taxi dentist would fill a duct with mercury and go bad before the day went.
Well, you've got to find a taxidermist that's already got sufficient,
PPE and mercury.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or damage. You got to find a taxidermist that's already completely insane.
I like this. Max Level. Dr. Art bought a midget racer. Would Big Richard tow midget dick to the track? Sure.
Are you local?
Yeah.
Kansas saying his insurance company canceled your home insurance because of too many non-running cars today. California. He's a California guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, surprise, surprise.
Come to Tennessee, man.
Yes,
Come to Tennessee.
sell your shit and move.
Put all that nonsense behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Weiss, hey fellas, what do you think about hybrid cars, gas and electric? Best of both worlds? What do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
If they didn't make them ugly, I think, and I'm going to get bombed for this, but the Toyota Prius is like an excellent car.
I've seen them. They're pretty freaking adorable. I've seen them out there.
But because I worked at Toyota for all those years, I've been in hundreds of them, and they're heavy because of the battery, but they never run out of battery because it's got a gas motor, unless you're fucking dumb and you run your car out of gas and you run the battery out, like a lot of people did when they first came out. But if you get the mileage and it's drives nice, handles nice, and stuff like that, it's got a like a haha, you have a Prius type thing. But
I never looked down on those cars.
No, but they're actually I'm gonna get smoked for this, but yeah, they're actually not that bad. So yeah.
Me personally, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze in the long run. So yes, you're going to pick up fuel mileage during the early part of the car's life and have that as a benefit. But then battery degradation.
10 years down the road, you're screwed.
Right. Like I think whatever you save in fuel costs during the car's early life, you're going to give up later on in repair costs and maintenance costs and the aggravation that goes along with all of those systems working with each other. And,
the first Priuses, they were actually pretty simple. It wasn't overly electronic like the newer cars they are now. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But that's not how they are.
But
today.
you still got it. Yeah. All electric cars are useless. Just pure electric ones, I think they're no good. What is Jesus?
Corey Melvin is saying for a daily driver, a friend has almost 300,000 on a Prius. Not really for me though. Maybe someday. I'll drive anything. I don't put much ego in like the things that I drive. You know what I mean? It's different than a toy. Like when I'm going to run to the store with, I don't care what it is. I don't care what it looks like. That means nothing to me.
Sean A806. They should design a hybrid vehicles. When the batteries fail, they can just be removed and be with a normal gasoline engine. Okay, we get what you're saying, but on a lot of big industrial trucks that we don't see, the stuff that's off-road and mines and stuff like that they are battery powered, they actually just pull up and they got a thing that switches drops the old batteries, puts the new ones in. It's a 20-minute deal, but they're not going to ever build a car like that because then that car would last forever.
So in 1894, right, there was a company called Electrobat that was located in New York City, right? So Electrobat originally, so the Electrobat was an EV built in New York City in the 1890s. That company was bought by Maxwell. Maxwell was bought by Dodge. Dodge was bought by Chrysler. And so if you trace it back, the very first Mopar is an EV called the Electrobat. So the Electrobat was used as a taxi in New York City. That was its main, the main market. And they had stations all through Manhattan where they would swap the batteries. So the car would go out, it would operate for an hour or two on the batteries that were there.
Come in, switch batteries.
Pull into the, right, yeah, exactly. And they had to trade the batteries on and then plug them and slide that tray out, slide the new tray in, connect it, and send it on its way. So that was like the idea of easily swapping batteries and stuff like that was 1890.
Yeah, 130 years ago.
Let's see. Mopar pioneers a rapid charge EV. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sean 8806 is saying electric vehicles were all over the place in New York City in the 1890s and 1910s. Unfortunately, because outdated once the electric starter was invented. Yep.
Did you know?
Thank Caddy for that.
Did you know that in Detroit, the Fishers of Fisher Body Frame for GM, they had a 480 volt charging station in their coach garage, in their mansion, and they drove an electric car back and forth to the factory.
Really? It was like a Baker Electric or something?
Something like that, but yeah, it was a Fisher bodied electric vehicle, and that's what they drove.
Yeah, nice.
So you could, if you've ever, there's a book about them. Them and all the people with big money in Detroit, the Fishers, the Strohs, the blah blah blah, they all had these electric vehicles.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that was like a status symbol.
Yeah.
I know that the Baker Electrics were built specifically for highfalutin females. That was like a status symbol car.
Oh, okay.
For them, yeah. Stephen S. Paul is saying he saw one of the new Dodge Chargers on the lot. Red, of course, awful. I keep going by our Dodge place.
Beeman?
Yeah, because I want to see one in the flesh. You know?
You probably got to go inside.
I'm going to next time. The last time I was there after they had closed. I'm just looking around here.
Okay.
But I want to see one in real life. Now, to me, visually, they're beautiful. I mean, everybody has a different taste, okay? But it looks to me like they really,
Can they please change the chassis on the thing from the?
They're going to have to.
From that Mercedes thing that they've used for 30 years.
Well, no Mercedes thing. This is all brand new. The new Charger.
It's all new.
All 100%. Yeah, it's an electric car. It was designed as an electric car.
It's probably still got the same suspension.
Do you, as of this last week?
Okay.
Right. Do you know how many of these cars they've actually sold?
0.
No, try again. They sold some. How many?
I thought it was 0 because they kept recalling and breaking the ECM.
No, they have sales that have been completed, and they all have their issues.
10.
100. They've sold 100 cars.
But that makes up for the R&D of the millions and millions of dollars.
It doesn't make up for the R&D on the steering wheel. They're gonna have to just gut that whole idea. They're gonna have to take the body interior and drop it onto a conventional. And now the Hurricane motors are taking a shit left and right. So it's like Stellantis, Dodge, they're in a lot of trouble.
Just go back to the Hemi. We'll deal with the ticks and the wiped out cams at 80,000 miles. It's fine.
Made Muscle is saying making the Charger electric is a slap in the face to muscle car community, in my opinion. I disagree with you, Made Muscle. To me, a muscle car can also be electric. Look at the freaking Plaid, okay? But just literally like destroy it. Will run away and hide and laugh
from anything.
From anything, right? It's typical like a real muscle car. Look at my Roadrunner, okay? Go ahead, run a Tesla, right? And he's coming back up the return road while you're still trying to clear the traps, all right? So no, where they made the mistake it's kind of accurate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You jam on a brakes real quick and you
90 seconds to 15 seconds. Yeah. He gets, he's
yeah, he
turning
could be on the
around.
return road before you're even through the traps. So that's not it. It's the fakeness, it's the vulgarity of the Charger, the fake shifter, and the fake shifting sounds and everything,
and the
and the
speakers.
fake exhaust sounds.
Yeah.
That's where I have the problem with it. Not that it's electric. I have no problem with it being electric. Austin saying, I'm waiting for them to lose so much in sales. They put the AMC brand up for sale. They own it. They could. They probably don't even realize it. Make them an offer. Austin, there you go. That's your ultimate automotive YouTuber dream.
It could be the Austin Motor Company.
I'm serious. Yeah, or the Austin Motor Company. Seriously, okay. Stellantis owns American Motors. They may not even realize they own American Motors. And you think I'm stretching it, but it's the truth, right? It's like it's just so far in the background. You know what I mean? It's just small lines in the fine print. 5 days
On the
5
ledger.
pages
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
right? Why don't you make them an offer, Austin? And that would make a great video series. I want to own AMC, and then start from scratch and work your way through all of the phone calls and all of that, and see if they can give you a price for AMC. That would be awesome. Talk about an automotive adventure.
Yeah. If you want to buy it, here you go.
Yeah, I'll go in on it with you. If it's reasonable, I'll go in on it with you.
Even if they want to retain part of it, you're still a partial owner of it. You know, you own part of it.
I'll take a percentage.
Yeah.
We have to bring back the Rebel machine.
With the red, white, and blue paint and the whole thing.
Not even the Scrambler. Rambler Scrambler is like one of my all-time favorite cars. But I think we really need to bring back the Rebel machine. I think that's the one that America needs today.
Oh, we need an AMX because nobody makes a two-door car anymore. Really, that's a like V8 rear drive and stuff like that, and frickin' make it a two-seater and put a frickin' Hemi in it, and it would it'd be awesome. Don't even change the way it looks. Just make new ones.
Gins is saying it won't be long until nobody is buying ice car. Are you insane, Gins? Dude, you must have like swallowed too much nitro when you're doing your mixing, because there's just no way that around the world EV sales are, maybe not in China, but I know in Europe and here especially, they're plummeting. And all of the manufacturers are backtracking. I think it was just was it BMW yesterday that announced it? No, we're not going all electric. We're going to start internal combustion.
Well, that's why Honda pulled all into their Honda Nissan merger up. Honda said, "No, we don't need you anymore. Thanks, Trumpy. There's no more EV mandate. We don't need your technology.
Yeah.
Sorry, circle the bowl on your own."
You know when the electric cars will become viable, and they will. Okay, so the people who say electric cars are going to take over are right in the long run, but it's not going to be battery power. It's going to be energy
zero point fusion,
right.
Something, yeah.
It's evolving. That technology is evolving, but we're not going to see it usable in our lifetimes. It ain't going to happen.
No, and if it was, they'd never let us have it.
Yeah. Stephen S. Paul says he has a couple of Rebel machines on a Rambler Scrambler. Wow.
Nice.
Had them for years, got them for pennies, too lazy to sell them. Dude, where are you, Stephen S. Paul? Where are you located?
Yeah.
We may need to drop by your place.
We need to pay him a visit with a video camera.
No lie. He's got a couple of Rebel machines and Rambler Scramblers. Dude, where are you located, Stephen?
Yeah. He's like, what you people showing up.
You're in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, I have no way to get up there right now. Austin, go hook up with Stephen Paul there, man.
Yeah.
You're in what? You're in Columbus, Ohio, right? So that's about an 8-hour ride.
Yeah, he's halfway there. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Steven, Austin does that channel, Austin Automotive Adventures with Austin. You hook up with him, you guys exchange information, and you give him an automotive adventure. That sounds fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I would really love to have a Rebel machine. I wouldn't know. I would love to see and maybe drive somebody else's Rebel machine for an hour or two.
Yeah, then thank you. Yeah. Give it back.
Matthew Vandepute, I love what you do. Thank you. But I watched the videos when you were testing and wrenching best. Well, I appreciate that, but I have to do a wide variety of content, right? Because I have such a diverse audience. So some people want history, some people want tech, some people want theory, some people want history, some people, and I have to cover all of those bases, So thank you for watching and enjoying the videos that you do, and just ignore the ones that you don't, or just watch Dr. Art's channel because his is always interesting and
mind-boggling,
futuristic. Makuta, as the Rebel machine, looks so good. No, they're beautiful. They really are. Hot Rod Cabbie saying the Dodge Hornet, God, what a pile. I heard they were giving them away. You buy.
Well, you buy a new Charger, they give you a Hornet.
Yeah, 2 cars nobody wants.
Or won't make it around the block.
Right. In theory, you use one while the other one is in the shop.
And then you buy Then you buy something else while they're both in the shop.
Sergeant Mustang. Do you think that I'd be running into any issues getting suspension and drivability parts on the 1960 to 61 cars, or is there a healthy supply going that far back? Checked Rock Auto and found some. It depends on what you drive.
If it's an Impala, no problem.
Right, exactly. If it's a Nova, it's an Impala.
If it's a 61 Nash, you're fucked. Yeah.
Right. Studebaker parts are hard to come by these days. And that's why I tell people, if you're going to pick a car, you're going to pick a project car. Everybody wants like the rare, exotic, the stuff that nobody else has, but nobody else has the parts for those freaking things either. So you end up paying twice as much, or having your car laid up for great amounts of times while the gods somehow or another manifest the control arm that you need to put the thing back on the road. So it just depends. It depends on what you're dealing with. Cars previous to like 1960, 61, unless it's like a Model A or something that has like a big very, very difficult to get parts for. Try finding like suspension rebuild for like a 52 Hudson. You know what I mean? It's just
you're not.
But when you get to your common middle 60s cars, that's where it really starts to get easy. So 64 and up, like
Impalas,
Mustangs,
Galaxies,
right. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
When you get to like 68, 69, pretty much everything mainstream is going to be covered fairly well. I did that again.
Yeah.
I'm such a dick.
I had an idea.
Yeah.
For scribbles. I was watching a video from another content maker, and they, surprisingly, they made it into a car to drive on 2 wheels, and they welded in a big like training wheel
Okay.
on it and stuff like that. So that might be
That we have used.
Yeah.
It's sitting there. It's sitting there. Let's see. Tim Emerson saw that video last night.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever see the Mad Max movies? I don't think I've seen a whole Mad Max movie. I think I watched like a few minutes of one and said, okay, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's no content there. Yeah.
Bear Rose Garage is saying some AMC stuff is actually easy to get, but it's because they use stuff from all brands, so you just have to know where to look, where and how to look. Yep. Right, I just saw the mad part.
Jeff Hutchins, buy a brand new Hornet, cheap. Put no miles on it, just move it around in the garage. 50 years, it'll be an 87 Corvette at the auction, only rare. Yeah, it'll be the 17-mile Chevette for 30.
I don't care what anybody says. I thought that was a cool car.
The Chevette?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It looks so neat and innocent and happy and simple.
But they were just junk. And they're owned by the poor people.
Dude, the cars that we messed with were junk and owned by poor people. The Falcon that you're dealing with, what do you think that was? That was the Chevette of 1964.
That was junk and owned by poor people, yeah.
James Clint says, we look like the two Muppets in the balcony.
That's what we're
That's
going
our goal.
for. Yeah.
We made it. We made it. And Fubar just put the link to my merch.
Yay!
Yes, our shirts and our stickers and our mugs. We have those great mugs. Well, they're okay. They're decent mugs. Yeah.
I mean,
All,
taxes are due pretty quick, so.
Yes. So yeah, all of our merch is of quality, of some quality, and it's moderately kind of priced. So yes, definitely, you need to buy all of it.
Mm.
And then he put up the link. Fubar put up the link to Dr. Art's channel, where you can find
everything of interest.
If you're interested in it, it's on his channel. And if you're not interested in it, watch his channel and you will become interested in it.
Can it interest you in everything all of the time?
All the time. He posts videos on everything, making cakes, doing tricks with the yo-yo. He's all over the place. Destroys those Chevette is a penalty box on wheels.
That's awesome. Mm.
Fixing on a garage, I'd agreed if you take enough blotter acid, a Mustang 2 can look cool. You know, I was taking a lot of blotter acid when the Mustang 2 was new. No, literally, yeah, right?
Yeah.
1970, I was like 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. I yes. And I like those cars. Let's see. CE Performance Great Engines Chevette is a good source for T5s. I never thought of that, but you're right.
Mm-hmm.
They started out as 4-speeds, and like the last year or two, they were a few years they were T5s. Spitfire Mike, buddy of mine ordered a Cosworth Vega, but it came through with a regular 4-cylinder. They offered him a free CB radio to make up for it. Nope, he went and bought a Duster. The Cosworth Vega is very interesting. The Cosworth Vega is something I think I want to do a video on the Cosworth Vega. That was a very interesting vehicle, right? Aside from the obvious, the Cosworth stove bed and all that, because those things were the test bed for the CCC system that General Motors used from 1981 on up. Have you ever seen the electronics on a Cosworth?
Let's just say no.
Okay, you're familiar with the CCC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it started.
Okay.
If you pull a computer out of a Cosworth Vega, you say, "Oh, I know that computer." Born in '81 Malibu, right? So yeah, very interesting vehicles.
Bobby's 1964.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. How do I talk my brother-in-law out of a '63 Tempest? I'll be the one fixing it. The flexible drive shaft when it snaps.
Brother-in-law, blackmail. I mean,
yeah, anything, extortion, blackmail.
Yeah, blackmail.
Just,
I thought they were beautiful too. Those Cosworth Vegas with the gold pinstriping, the black body with the gold pinstriping.
Yeah.
And on the wheels that they put on them, the Cosworth Vegas were tight little cars. They were very cool. They were way ahead of their time. Way ahead of their time. Rob Allen, could you do a video sticking an old distributor in an OBD2 Jeep XJ?
Yes.
It's coming. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Lonesome Loser 68. I own a Cosworth Vega and member of the CVOA. Do the video. Are you anywhere near Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee? Lonesome Loser 68.
Well, that'd be cool.
And Stephen S. Paul has them also. Oh, Stephen's got a lot of cars.
Yeah, he's one of them rich guys in
75.
Scottsdale.
He's got
Yeah,
3.
Yeah.
All of them are brown.
He took it,
Okay.
you know, when they get the brown car, you know what the joke is? He took it in the brown for a discount.
You're in Kingsport, TN.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's close.
well, it's not that close.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Kingsport, you're kind of by Bristol, right? Is that right?
Yeah, that's 5 hours, yeah.
Jeff Hutchins, I'll take you for a ride in a Chevette and scare you to death. Or do you have any idea what I've driven?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tri-Cities near Bristol. Yeah. Oh, I wish you were just a little bit closer.
Yeah, Kingsport's way up in the eastern tip, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he may want to take his Cosworth Vega on a road trip. Brrr.
No, I well,
Yeah.
let me think on this.
Mhm.
Let's see. James Glenn, the Pro Charger Chevette at Digger Die was awesome. I did not see that. Was it a Pro Charge 4-bagger? Austin is saying, now that you've admitted to liking Chevettes in Vegas, thoughts on the Pinto? I love them. I randomly find myself owning one these days. No, I think they're great. That little Pinto, man, that 122, what a bitchin' little motor and so much power out of them. For what they are.
Made so much money on Pintos back in the day because something always broke on them.
No, yeah. As a mechanic, I was very
Leaf springs and rocker arms and yeah.
Yeah, as a mechanic of that era, yeah, I worked on a lot of Pintos. I really like all of the compact cars from those, and the subcompacts from those days, from that era. Um, 20-cent Mopars had a bevy of Opel Mantas. Okay, the Pro Charger Chevette is a big LS. Okay. See, that's not interesting. That's not interesting. But if it still had a 4-popper in it, that would be very cool. Donag was once run over by a Pinto.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to remember for sure.
It probably didn't hurt. Yeah.
Josh Holman, I always considered the Omni and Horizon to be the first truly credible American small cars. Oh, dude. I mean, the Vega had some issues, but I mean, you had the Monza and all the derivatives of that. The Pinto, the Bobcat, those were viable cars. They were great cars.
Yeah, little Bobcats and Topazes. Oh, remember that goofy LN7 thing?
Yeah, but that was a German car.
Yeah, that they brought over. Yeah.
Maybe he's referring to front-wheel drive.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, if you mean front-wheel drive, then you're right. But really, those were copies of Volkswagens. And actually the first year for the Omnis and stuff, and the Horizons, they had Volkswagen motors in them. Scoop loved his Pinto. I love your Pinto too. Let's keep it between us. Only 107 likes.
Oh my
Dr. R,
What-
you okay?
No.
I know. Relax. They show their love in different ways. Don't worry about
But
this.
there's no thumbs and there's no super chats. I don't see any love.
We don't get super chats.
No, we don't need it. But okay, then be cheap and put a thumb.
Oh, look, they're trying to make you feel better. I see the thumbs up count.
Yeah, they're
going up.
Pretty weak for 222 people in here.
Yeah.
And 118 thumbs.
Well, think of it this way, right? I get the money because this is my channel.
Yeah.
So I get whatever ad revenue and whatever super chat. And Dr. Art gets the likes.
I get all the energy.
He does this. He sits there for a couple of hours every week.
For nothing.
Just for the likes. And
Right.
look, they see it. Look, the numbers going up.
Oh.
Yeah.
You ever watch those Christmas movies when the little Christmas meter goes to zero and Santa can't fly anymore? That's what this is like.
All right.
Okay.
I really need something to drink.
It's raining. Just go stand outside.
I could.
Maybe there's a rain gutter you could guzzle on for a few seconds.
Wayne's saying my parents went to the dealer to get a Pinto but came home with a Granada. Good upsell.
Yeah.
Good upsell. I like those Granadas too.
I get another just homely car that people love.
I thought they were beautiful. I still do. First
With,
generation
with,
Granadas.
with the round headlights and the square trim around it and stuff like
They had that just that slick back, like just like
not
straight.
slick. It was a slab of
It was Ford's version of the 66, 67 Plymouth Peabodys. It was just like that straight, solid. I love those cars. Barros, thank you. Here's a couple of bucks for the heck of it. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
She said, I have some cash.
Yeah,
right? And you got some likes. Bro, equity is everywhere.
It's coming.
Mexican spec is saying Granada homely. It was the competition for the Mercedes of the time. I think it looked better than the Mercedes to me. I still love those cars. I think they're beautiful. People don't get it. They were
No,
never
they
popular.
don't get it. You've lost a taste in your mouth.
No.
Yes.
Core G Connect is saying 351 and a 4-speed was optional for Granada. I don't know about the 351. I know the 4-speed. I don't think the 351 was. If it was, maybe it was a police option or something like that. Mexican spec knows where there is a 6-cylinder 4-speed Granada. Stephen Paul has a 79 ESS Granada.
Paid $275 for it in '95. That's all it was worth.
Carlos Flynn. That sounds like, bro. If you need to start a punk band with that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
Carlos Flynn and the Loogies. Yeah.
I thought the Ford Fairmont was. I like the Ford Fairmont too.
They're okay.
I like boxes on wheels. Oh, Tim Emerson had a Futura.
Woo.
Yeah. Scoop is saying the 64 Chevy 2 is a box. Well, you take all of those cars that we're just talking about now, right? The Granada and the Fairmont, they're all in the spirit of the 62, like exactly that, like the Chevy 2. It's just a happy box. And the same way those cars look badass, you can take a Granada or you can take a Fairmont and give it that early 60s, like gasser, street machine type of feel. I have the same basic look.
Fairmont, yes. Granada, no.
Oh, I disagree. Granada's bitching.
Okay. David Morgan. Tony, do you often find yourself beating your head against the wall with people with engine rebuilds that they get convinced that the performance?
But the Tired 30 Plus engine is fine on a standard build. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
I mean, I beat my head against the wall anyway. But kind of like try to rephrase that, man. Yeah, Joe K likes Steve Meigs Fairmont. Yes, very cool car.
Mhm.
He sold it. It's a shame he had to sell that.
Yeah, he sold it to Josh, Sleeper Dude.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it. He's
What
doing
is
stuff with
he?
it.
Is he doing stuff with it?
Yeah.
Brent Bienvenu. Oh God, I'm sorry. Bienvenu.
Buenove.
Yeah, okay. Close enough. Hey, 383, normally aspirated, 1,089 horsepower possible? No. I don't. I mean, maybe if you have a team of Formula One engineers on the damn thing. No. Normally aspirated 383, either Mopar or like a Stroker Chevy. 1,089 horsepower. Like no power adders, like no nitrous, no nothing. No.
Not with an ungodly amount of cash. Yeah.
Yeah. Not unless it has a completely redesigned everything. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And Tavo's here. Tavo hasn't been here in a while.
Tavo, what's happening, Tavo? You know, 760 horsepower, maybe. Maybe. James Lemon, when you guys are both staring at the screen, Muppets.
Muppets, yes. We don't claim to be anything but Muppets. We sing and dance for money.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm a stunt monkey. That's. Let's see. Mopar Man, 78. Tony, the video you did talking about rubber hydraulic brake hoses, would it matter if you use .5 brake fluid since the silicone brake fluids protect the hoses internally, or hose is just poor quality? It's not a matter of poor quality. It's just a matter of time. Over time, you know, nothing lasts forever. Nothing rubber lasts forever. I couldn't tell you if .5 is going to be any different than .3. Motorcycles that use .4, from my experience, because everything I've ever dealt with that had .4 was a motorcycle, and they don't tend to have that problem. I don't know. Good question. Maybe somebody else can answer that for you. You don't have an idea, right?
No. I hate brake fluid.
Yes, screw brake fluid. And then Zero, patron saint of UTG, has put up a link to Dr. Art's channel, so you can go to right there to that link and subscribe to Dr. Art's channel. Watch all of his videos.
Please watch this stuff.
Just absorb everything, all of the rhetoric, all of the propaganda.
You will learn. You learn so much, your head will swell. You'll be.
It's scary. That's why I stay away from it, because it's just too intense. You know what I mean? It's too intense, but not for you. Go over there now. Bobby Z is saying brake fluid is the worst.
It is.
I agree. Brake fluid's the worst. Tranny fluid is second. Gear lube is third.
Right, because tranny fluid never wants to stay in the fucking tranny.
Yeah.
It's take out the drive shaft, leaks all over. Change the fitting, change all over. Go to change the fitting.
It gets all over everything.
Yeah.
It gets all over everything. Well, wait, no. Antifreeze is the only antifreeze. So you got to clean things up, right? So brake fluid, you have to clean it up immediately, or starts eating away at whatever it is that got poured on.
It's like a nom.
There's a brake fluid panic. Okay, so and it doesn't clean up very easily either. You know.
No.
Then antifreeze, and antifreeze just leaves a slimy mess everywhere it goes.
Degreaser doesn't matter.
Right, it's going to be slime.
Right? Yeah, slime's just mess.
Then ATF, right, which just
ATF
seeps and crawls.
Well, ATF isn't so bad because it's got a lot of detergent in it. You can actually clean your driveway with it.
Well, that's true.
You come up cleaner in the end, but it's a bitch to clean.
That's true.
Yeah. And then, like gear loop, if it leaks, it just leaves a stain in concrete permanently until the end of time.
Torino Elite saying brake fluid in the armpit is the worst. No, gasoline in the armpit is the worst.
No, gasoline in the ear is worse.
Gasoline in the eye.
Oh, in the ear, that's how you torture people at Guantanamo Bay. You put a drop of gasoline in
Gasoline in
their
your ear,
ear.
really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you'll
Interesting. What happens?
infinite pain.
Really?
Yes.
I'll not try that.
Yeah. If you
Okay.
if you really got a vendetta against someone and you happen to have them tied down in the back room, one drop of gas in the ear, and they'll admit to anything.
There you go.
Forget water torture and all that kind of stuff. One
There you
drop
go,
of
guys.
gasoline.
Geneva Convention? Forget that, right?
No, your daughter's boyfriend, hold him down, put a drop of see what he's been up to.
But you do that just for general principles with your daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, watch yourself, sir.
Let's start a relationship this way.
I am the face of this pain.
Right.
Remember that, yeah.
Swallowing gasoline, Adam Hubbard, swallowing gasoline is literally the worst. Burp it for days.
Oh, yeah, when you try to siphon gas as a teenager. Yeah.
As a teenager.
Well, okay. You do it last week, yeah.
Siphoning nitro is worse than gas.
Yeah.
Siphoning nitro, when you get some of that in your mouth, you freaking know it, right? Gasoline.
Well, it's not supposed to be internally used.
I know, but so you've always got to be siphoning it to go from the tank to the hydraulic back to the, so there's always some sucking going on. You know what I mean? Always some suckage. So it's bound to happen. But yeah, gasoline's pretty bad too. But I would rather have some gasoline, swallow gasoline, than have it run down my armpit.
It's bad.
It burns. It's that weird burn.
And you can always watch it too. Because the gas is leaking out and you're stuck and your arm's up here and you're just watching it. You're like, oh, geez, infinite. Yeah.
Jeff Hutchins got one. Brake cleaner in the eye. How is it that brake cleaner always ends up in your eye? You could spray a zillion things, okay? You can spray anything that comes in a can. Paint and primer and all different, you name it, right? It all comes in a can.
Hairspray with lighter.
Right? Yeah. And it's all good, but as soon as you spray brake fluid, it ends up in your friggin' eye. How does that happen? How does brake fluid manage to always know where your friggin' eyes are? You use goggles. Yeah, most goggles will melt when the brake cleaner hits them.
And you can't see what you're doing, and you take them off, and yeah.
Chev 60. The worst is not using safety glasses and getting small bits of rusty metal in your eye, and the doctor with a tweezers yelling at you to keep your eye open. No, bro. Listen, I've had. If you were to take all of the metal I've had in my eyes over the course of my life, right, you could probably build a soldier head out of it, right? It's that much, Don't go anywhere near the doctors. Don't do anything like that. Tough it out. It's going to hurt like hell for 2 days, right? Day and a half, 2 days. But when you sleep, there's like a natural action that happens in your eyes, like motions and stuff like that, and it all gets caught up in your eyelid, and it ends up right there in the corner of your eye, right between your nose. Yeah, and you just go like that, and it's out. The doctor will do more friggin' damage. You can start with a magnet. Like you take a magnet, and then it'll get a strong magnet, and it'll get most of it out. But there's always little jagged, sharp pieces that get caught under the lid. Tough it out. Just tough it out, right? And then you'll be able to go like this in a day.
Yeah, the worst is rust when you're on a car and banging on a rusty car.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ever been shot in the eye when you crank the engine after you pull a spark plug? Accidentally did that to my.
No, I don't think I've had that. But. Mopar Custom Z. Just wish I could afford that propane setup you got on your 361. I want to run my 361 board 60 over off propane. Go to Marketplace. I see them pop up on Marketplace all the time. I got mine off of Marketplace. I think I paid $200 for it with spare tanks and everything. Stevie B, Tony, did you go to the hospital with metal in the eye? No, I had to. No, no, no. Austin is signing out. Automotive Adventures with Austin. Got to jump off for the evening. You guys have a great evening. Shot you an email. Okay, I'll tell Kathy about us to look for that. Thanks. Yeah, man, definitely. So anybody, Automotive Adventures with Austin, go over there, check out his channel, and yeah, bro, we will be in touch. Thanks for stopping by.
Jeff Blackman, antifreeze drips down your arm, 7:30 a.m. Now your balls
Both
are
sticks to your ankle.
side.
Yep. Hades Cobra guy, I burned my face and eyebrows when I was a kid checking the fuel level in a go-kart with a match.
Didn't do that twice, did you?
I can't talk. I have like no original skin. It's all been replaced. Tulsi got approved. Okay. Now what we need is cash in there. Once cash is in there, the fireworks start.
Yeah.
Fireworks start.
Fair roads. I have to use an OSHA approved face shield when I'm at work. It acts like a funnel to tornado launch.
All that crap,
Straight up in my nose and in my eyes.
Cash and RFK. Yeah, I mean RFK to an extent, but cash. Cash is. I'm telling you. This guy is an ultimate weapon. People don't understand. Well, some people do understand, but most people don't understand how wound up and how armed that guy is. And like when Cash Patel is in there in the FBI, forget about it. It's literally going to change. He's going to change the world in a couple of weeks. Stuff is going to come out. You wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
The things that people are talking about with Doge are nothing, like zero compared to what's going to come out.
Yesterday's news.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zero saying coming in with kicks and punches, elbows too, and a nuke. Earache my eye. Yeah. Yeah, Cheech. Fed chair told Trump, "Don't bother." Yeah, his days are numbered.
Mm-hmm.
Curtis Randolph, do you still listen to Economic Ninja? I bought some silver mine stock he was pushing, went nowhere. I'm still buying silver though. Yeah, keep buying silver, definitely. Ninja's a nice guy. We did a live together. He's a nice guy. He's a little bit of an extremist, a little bit of an alarmist. I mean, take it for what it's worth. Stephen S. Paul, I understand. Patel's brutal, and that's what have shocked me. He'll fuck them all up. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm not going to say anything other than this. Okay, I'm really not going to say anything other than this. Find the video when they were doing the thing with him, right? The questioning with him. Look at his cufflink. Okay, see, just look up Cash Patel's cufflink, the cufflink that he was wearing during that the hearing, and that'll tell you everything you need to know about Cash Patel.
Really?
Yes.
I did not notice that.
Dana was saying we need a Nitro story. No, you don't. I have PTSD. I'm trying to forget all of that stuff. Carlos Flem, I love you guys, but your politics are, shall I say, unenlightened. Dude, my politics are non-politics. I don't belong to any party. I don't endorse any party. My political beliefs go back decades and are rooted in personal relationships and experiences that confirm things that I see happening today. Okay, I don't get my news from any source. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not that way. And I'm following anybody. I had experiences in circles that I grew up in New York. Okay, that have direct connections to a lot of the people and the things and the names that you see today. And I know what's true. I know what's true from a first-hand experience, first-hand perspective. That's what you don't understand. Did you see that what was on his cufflink?
Yeah.
The letter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool.
Yes.
He just did that to fuck with him, probably.
No, that's who he actually is.
Oh, you think that's who he is?
He's one of them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's one of them. Let's see. Yes, I am a pretty fart smeller.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I feel pretty. End of time. I think Trump is knocking it out of the park. Just always keep in mind, Trump is a front man. Trump is not where the decisions are actually made. The policies are actually formed. Trump is a front man. He's been a front man all along. He's playing his part fantastically. There's much more to all of this. Let's go back to cars.
Yeah.
Let's talk about cars. Anybody want to talk about cars?
Car problems.
Yes.
Yeah. Doing cool things in cars.
Car mods.
Yeah. Breaking cars, starting cars on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the above would be just fine.
20 Cent Motors. Ayn Rand wrote the script in 1957. Yep. Atlas Shrugged, baby. Mopar Custom Z. Tony, what do you think about Doge forcing us to buy electric vehicles? You got that backwards, bro. You got that backwards.
Yeah.
They've completely eradicated all of the federal mandates having to do with electric cars and all of the rebates, all of the tax incentives, and all the other shit. That's all gone. It's the exact opposite. Barefoot Willie's Garage says, please get back to VARs.
Mm.
You want to talk about VARs? I'm there too, man. Definitely. Mopar Customs with Elon in charge of Doge. Elon has put his country first ahead of his own business interests. There's no denying that. There's no question about that. Look how many sales he's lost just by aligning with Trump. Think about it. Who's the customer base for an electric car, right? Generally speaking, right? They're all going to be, left leaning. Not that everybody who buys a Tesla is a commie, right? They stretch the imagination, but he literally alienated a good percentage of his potential business, his customer base, just by associating with Trump. Nevertheless, working with him. So think about it. Where is his true intentions? You know what I mean? It's clearly not to make money. He wants to see the government taken apart just like the rest of us do.
Yeah, because they fucked with him so bad when he had his plants in California and this and that and all his regulations. He's just, he's sick of it.
Well, it's not just that. It's just a kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was one kid that went.
The one kid that.
Yeah. Side-by-side 4L. Is a nailhead 401 worth a build for some more horsepower? Do they respond like a modern small block does? When do you build them, or do you just get more torque and nothing up top?
It's a good torquey motor, but it's an outdated motor. One of your big problems with those things is the length of the intake ports. I guess you can extrude hole them and stuff like that. They're good torque motors. but it's an outdated technology, right? They don't hold up to motors that were designed beginning like more contemporary engines. It's a great novelty motor. It's a great street road motor. It's a great cruiser motor. If you build just like a bracket car, you just want to run down the track at like a 12-second range, they're great for stuff like that. But anything more than that, no, it's not worth it.
They're a handsome motor. They're good for like hot rods with exposed engines.
Oh, they're
and
so
stuff like that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful engines. Let's see. Ike's out fishing. Tony, what's better, speed density or mass airflow? Dr. Art.
Speed density tuning.
There you go. I'm a map guy. I just like a simple map sensor.
Tony, would you ever do a full-blown live where you, without boundaries, dive into all what's going on, keep the video unlisted, demonetized, and disclaimers, whatever?
No, they shut me down. Doesn't matter. They shut me down. And I just don't have the time for that. Brian Power, you made a video about dropping EFI in a carb manifold having atomization issues. Is the same true in reverse for replacing TBI with a carb? Well, if you replace TBI, a proper throttle body intake isn't going to have any exhaust passage other than for the EGR valve, right? Because they don't want to heat the plenum. So what you end up with is the same situation as like running an air gap type of manifold or a race type of manifold, where it's going to take the engine longer to warm up. It won't really run right until all of the ambient heat or all of the heat from the engine is radiated through the intake manifold, and then they function fine. But it's going to be a very cold-blooded engine until it's completely warmed up. David Morgan, also, what's your thoughts on new block versus using a seasoned used old block? Okay. A new block that's intended for performance, okay, that's gone through all of that the iron that it's made of, the cast iron is formulated, let's say a higher nickel content, it's intended for performance, and it's been stress relieved and all of that. It's been machined for performance, is probably about the same as more or less as using an equivalent old block that's been seasoned through 1,000 cycles. So it's kind of like it becomes a budgetary thing at that point. Can you afford a full falutin dedicated performance block? Because if that's out of your price range, then get yourself the oldest, most seasoned cast iron block and have that machined, and you're good to go. So you're gonna accomplish the same thing, but you're gonna do it in two different ways. And yes, like as you were saying, like anything great, always seasoned, always with cheese. Always cheese.
Mott's?
Parmesan.
Parmesan in the can.
Yeah. Think about it. Everything, right? Everything is better with cheese. Talking about diesel, perhaps you are. 20-cent motors, garlic and onions fix everything that burned. Yes.
Curtis Randolph. I have a 66383 with closed chambered heads. I think it was a 2-barrel motor. What differs it from an HP block?
In 66, valve springs. Valve springs. Okay, pistons, valve springs, windage tray. High volume oil pump, baffled oil pan. That's it. The cams are the same, the heads are the same, the valves are the same. The rods are the same, the crank's the same. And of course, the 4-rail intake manifold. Brent Bienview. Normally aspirated Chevy 3-3 Nitro 1000. Well, you didn't say Nitro. You said NA. Okay. NA is in my mind, in common terminology, means just naturally aspirated, which would indicate like
gasoline. Yeah.
Okay. So you could say, yeah, NA or power adder, turbocharger, nitrous oxide, supercharger, right? Procharger, all of that shit, right? Or nitro. Nitro's in its own
Power adder class.
Yeah. So yes. 1,089 horsepower out of a 3-3 on nitro is like, it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing.
It'll fit loosely in a 5-gallon bucket after a while.
Yeah, well, it's not tuned right. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, you can do it.
Hustle to get that exhaust valve open, man. That's the big deal on those engines.
We're talking about cheese again. Yes, Barracuda, we're talking about cheese.
Everything comes back to cheese.
I mean, what, cheese on eggs, cheese on meat, cheese on...
No, cheese.
Bread,
cheese is the answer to everything.
Yeah. Dogs love cheese. People love
I
cheese.
need something with cheese.
You're jonesing for cheese.
I had pizza today. That was cheese.
I had pizza today too. But it was a Freezer Jack's pizza in my pizza oven that I have in the counter. Okay. But then I take the block of mozzarella and I chop it and I make extra mozzarella and melt it all and it's gooey and good. Yeah.
I got a large part from Luca's half sausage because Kathy doesn't like this sausage.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. But now I need something with Parmesan.
Oh, so you need a chicken cordon bleu.
Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah, that or some pancakes. Either one. But dogs eating cheese. That's right. But look what we've done.
Oh my God! At the end of another Wednesday night.
Yes, and it's ending with cheese, which is probably the best ending we've had in a while.
Yes. End of time with nitro cars. What kind of hearing protection did you use? What? What did you say? Nothing. I never used any type of hearing protection. It's fine. It's fine. So what do you want to inform our lovely audience about?
I'm still keeping on track with my February 28 videos, 28 shorts, and like 10 live streams between you and me and everybody else. I'm a little bit back on track on videos. I'm like a day behind, but tomorrow is dogs, so that'll be like a dozen shorts.
Okay.
So that'll carry me through mid-month. And then they just need to go watch the stuff because Red's doing it. It's not,
Yes. So yeah, go support Dr. Art immediately, if not sooner. Yes. What other channels do we need to plug here? Of course, Jamie was in here before, Dead Dodge Garage, so make sure you
Adventures with Austin.
Automotive Adventures with Austin, another great channel. Go over there. Tell them, we sent you over there.
Everybody's already here.
And you guys were already here, so you already know about us. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that is it.
I got nothing else to say. I'm shooting blanks at this point. I need
You're dehydrated.
I'm dehydrated, seriously.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, everybody contribute to Super Chat. Did anybody send any Super Chat tonight?
Bear Roast did.
Bear Roast, thank you. Yes. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody contribute just your presence and your conversation. Thank you so much. Our amazing mods, Mexican Spec, Fubar, Zero. Do you have a favorite? I don't have a favorite.
No, they're all. It's like a podium of three.
Yes. Yes. Guys, thank you so much. And that's it. I'm just. I'll tell you what. I'm not talking anymore. You want to finish this off yet?
Yeah, I'll finish it off. Good night, folks.
It's not over.
No, button number 2.